Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dr. J Tech.
Double J gives you a whole new tech.
This is Jacqueline.
This is Jeffrey.
In the past 2 years, we have opened the newspaper and seen the news. Orders from integrated circuit designers are still in short supply. Foundry production's capacity continues to be tight. Silicon wafers will be out of stock until 2023. The boom is so good that the ship will regret it as soon as it's rented because the rent can be higher next month. And the stock price of the Global Economic Recovery Index hit a record high. Many people are a little puzzled, obviously, because the epidemic has disrupted my life. Why are the economic indicators so good?
Well, Liz, we are going to discuss the first and the largest infectious disease in modern human history.
At the end of 2019, the new coronavirus appeared and has been exactly 2 years to 3 years since the outbreak of large-scale infections in early 2020. As of January 22nd in 2022, more than 500 million confirmed cases have been reported worldwide, including more than 6 million deaths.
It is one of the largest infectious diseases in human history. In an era of such advanced medicine, a small virus has caused such a large number of casualties, which can be said to be the first time in modern human history.
Yeah, the global outbreak of the new coronavirus infection has closed cities and locked down countries around the entire world. It stands to reason that it should be an economic collapse and a depression. But what we are seeing is that the global economic recovery index stock price hit a record high.
Right, and not only did the global stock market hit a record high, but even the decentralized Ponzi scheme cryptocurrency hit a record high. Many people must wonder what happened.
Yeah, so what happened?
In response of the financial tsunami in 2008 and the COVID-19 in 2020, governments around the world invented quantitative easing, which we called QE, a term that has its name in the United States. It is an unconventional monetary policy. The central bank operates through the open market and buys securities such as treasury bonds and mortgage bonds from financial institutions to increase bank funds and reduce interest rates, making it easier for everyone to borrow money.
It is a tantamount of spilling money on the market in disguise to increase the money supply in the real economic environment.
Yeah, doing so is equivalent to indirectly printing more money. So some economists have long criticized this as a Ponzi scheme, which is centralized, and the cryptocurrency is decentralized.
The most thorough implementation of QE in the world can be regarded as the Federal Reserve System of the United States, so-called Fed, FED. It still had limited QE in 2008, and it directly announced unlimited QE in 2020. So far, it has poured more than 8 trillion US dollars into the market. It seems that as long as economic problems are encountered, QE is the answer.
You can say that. Now everyone understands how the money for record high global stock market and the record high cryptocurrency prices came from.
Countries around the world have implemented QE to make funds plentiful. The problem is that if manufacturers do not perform well, the stock market will not be able to rise. But obviously, the performance of each company has hit a record high. So, what the hell is going on?
Well, let's talk about the COVID-19 that causes the most perfect out of stock storm in history.
Yeah, let's do this.
The COVID-19 has caused countries around the world close cities and lock down their countries, which has changed the original way of human life.
Yeah, working from home has caused an explosion in demand for terminal computers and cloud servers.
Coupled with the rapid growth of electric vehicle market in recent years, the demand for semiconductor components has increased.
More importantly, the lockdown of the country has caused isolation at every turn. Dock shutdowns, shipping port blockage, the power restrictions in mainland China have caused factories to shut down at any time.
Crisis and the electronics industry is most afraid of material shortage.
The production line of electronics can be shut down without even a few cents of components. This storm is completely out of stock because from passive components, wafers, foundries, printed circuit boards, packaging and testing, etc.
Not just that, terminal shutdowns and the shipping congestions has caused containers to be difficult to find.
Yeah, the lengthened shipping time has left many products stranded at the sea and ports, causing more inventory, and electronics factories are even more anxious when they can't get to the goods.
And that's when purchases range from conservative orders to overbooking.
In 2020, it will start low and rise, and it will extend to 2021. The out of stock storm will intensify.
Absolutely correct. Coincidentally, at this time, the China-US trade war led to the reorganization of the supply chain. The United States banned the sale of semiconductor products to a number of companies in mainland China, and the further sanctions may be imposed at any time, causing Huawei to actively stock up, while other mainland China manufacturers that are competitive are also actively building stocks.
Orders from these electronics factories all poured into semiconductors factories all at once. And the first to bear the brunt were integrated circuit design companies. Many of these companies have lost money in the past 10 years, but they have made a lot of money in the past 2 years. And these orders have all poured into foundries, resulting in those who gain production capacity on the world.
And finally, 2020, the opening of the year has been low and high, and the out-of-stock storm will intensify in 2021.
In normal times, the strategies of electronics factories is to lower the stock of spare parts, the better. Everyone knows that the gross margin of the electronics industry is low, and stacking inventory is stacking money. So as long as it's enough, generally 3 months of spare parts inventory is considered more.
However, the pandemic and the mainland China's electricity restrictions caused a crisis of material shortage. Electronics factories began to briefly build inventory.
At present, the inventory of materials is available from half a year to 1 year. Especially mainland China's manufacturers are worried about US sanctions, and even inventories of material has been held for 2 years.
Coupled with the fact that some people are hoarding for profit and the black market for general components has prevailed and the prices have soared.
Well, as a result, overbooking has been placed all the way from sales end to the manufacturing end. These vicious cycles create an illusion of ultra high demand.
So you are saying the demand is not real, but what do you think will happen in the semiconductor industry this year?
Well, good question, but time's up. I hope you guys enjoy this new topic and make sure to tune in with us next week to hear more about the shortage of semiconductors with us. This is Jacqueline.
This is Jeffrey.
And we'll bring back more information to you guys. Goodbye.
Bye.